In this video, we'll look at adding citations from books and websites to Wikipedia using your sandbox. So now you have some good references. Let's add them to an article. We'll go back to the sandbox for this to practice with the different ways to add citations. On your sandbox, click on Edit and make sure Visual Editor is displayed. For the purpose of this demonstration, I've added some text here, and I want to add a reference to back up the information, so I'll add it to the end of the full stop. Clicking at the end of the full stop, you can see my text cursor, the blinking line, is there. Now click on the Cite icon in the Edit menu. This brings up a little box with 3 options: Automatic, Manual, and Reuse. Let's start with Automatic. Here you can put in a URL for a website, the ISBN of a book, DOI for an article, or a pre-formatted Wikipedia-style citation that some websites provide. When you add one of those, it should fill in all the information needed to create a citation, but sometimes they aren't perfect. Thankfully though, we can edit them later. Let's start with a URL. This is the web address for an article I found online that I'd like to use as a reference. I already copied the URL and now I can paste it here and click Create. After a moment, a citation will be created. This one looks okay. You can see it has the title of the article, the date it was published, and there's a link to the website for anyone to look at the sources too. I'll click Insert to insert the citation, and there it is. But if there's any errors, I can edit it at any time by clicking the Edit button. I noticed this one didn't add the author's name, which sometimes happens. So I'll copy that in now, and everything else looks okay, so I'll click Apply Changes. As mentioned, you can also paste in an ISBN for a book. This mostly works, but might occasionally have errors too. Here's an example. And you can see it has added the author, date of publication, title, publisher, and ISBN automatically. So that's how the automatic option works, and the next option is manual. As the name suggests, you'll need to manually enter all of the citation information. First, you need to choose what type of citation it is. Is it a website, a book, news, or a journal? You can also select Basic to skip this step and just manually type in your citation or paste a pre-formatted citation if you have one. Let's select Website and take a look. You may or may not need all of these options, such as the last name and first name, but you might also want additional options, so there's more on the left side. I have one prepared, and I'll add in the last name and first name of the author, the source date, meaning the date the article was published, the article title, a URL, and the date I accessed the URL. Finally, the name of the website. There's some other options, but they're not relevant to the reference I'm adding, so I can leave those. Once that's done, click Insert and your citation will be added. It's much the same for books too. Add the author name, title, publication date, publisher, ISBN, pages cited if needed, and fill in as much as you can to help others know which copy of the book you cited, so possibly adding edition if needed too. You might want to add a URL too if you're citing an online version of the book. And there's other options that might be relevant, such as if the book has multiple authors, an editor, or if you're just referencing one chapter. As mentioned previously, some websites provide references in a Wikipedia style so you can reference their content easier. This is an example from an Australian website called Trove. These have been created so you can copy and paste them directly into a Wikipedia article when adding references. So I'll highlight the text, copy it, and then go back to Wikipedia to add my reference. Although you can try to paste these into the automatic citation area, I've found they work best using Basic in the manual area, as automatic sometimes has errors. Under Manual, click Basic below the other options. This will present this box where you could manually type in a reference if you wanted to, but for this example, we'll paste in a pre-formatted Wikipedia reference. After pasting the reference here, Wikipedia will convert it instantly. And if there's any errors, you can edit it. This one looks okay, so I'll click Insert to insert the reference, and that's how you turn a pre-formatted reference like this into this on Wikipedia. Of course, removing a reference is easy too. Just click the number with your mouse and press the delete key on your keyboard. You've now added references, and each one has a different number assigned to it. This will change automatically if you reorder the references, as they're given a number based on when they appear in the article. So reference number 1 appears here and 2 appears here. But if we added a new reference before them, the new reference would become number 1 and the other numbers would change. This is the same for reusing references. So let's look at that now. Click on the cite icon and this time click reuse. You will see a list of your existing references and let's select the second one. Now you can see it's been given number 1 and also tells you this reference has been used multiple times on the page. I'll publish my changes, and because my account is still new, I've got a captcha code to fill out because I added some links to external websites. You can see it's added a reference list at the bottom of the page. That's maybe not quite what we want, but we'll look at how to fix that in the next video.